It's March 1st, and while to most people that's just another day, to Ninjago fans, that marks the release of the new March 1st sets, which is very exciting. And for that reason, let's not drag this intro on any longer, and let's take a look at these sets. Okay, so the first set we'll be taking a look at here is Young Dragon Ryu, and this is probably the best valued set of the entire wave. Coming in at only £12.99, you get 3 minifigures and a great price per piece ratio. So with that being said, let's take a closer look at this set. Taking a look at the first minifigure, we have Aaron, and while this isn't the most exciting figure, it's still a good one. But yeah, this figure did come out last year, so there isn't really anything new to say here. But he does come with this really cool new hook piece for this wave. Taking a look at the next minifigure, we have Sora, and while this figure is mostly re-released, the hairpiece is new. And here is a closer look of that hairpiece. And yeah, this is definitely one of the biggest attractions for this set. It's so great to finally have a show-accurate hairpiece for Sora. And I think it's safe to say that LEGO did us justice over that old hairpiece. Moving on to the final minifigure for this set, we have a Wolf Mask Warrior. And yeah, this is exactly the same as the ones we got in January, but it's still a great minifigure nevertheless. Anyway, taking a look at the main build of this set, we have Ryu himself. And this is just such a fun little design for Ryu. There's some excellent shaping down his back. It reuses the Rising Dragon Strike wing pieces, and the legs have some great articulation. There's also a saddle, which allows your minifigures to ride Ryu. Overall, I would definitely recommend this set, because while smaller scale sets like this usually aren't anything much, this set is honestly incredible, with great story significance to help back it up. Now this next set is probably the most controversial set on this list, and that is, of course, Aaron's Ninja Off-Road Buggy Car. And this is probably the Ninjago set that has the worst price per piece ratio ever. And while that is true, not only is this set a lot bigger in hand, but it also has some massive pieces. But a lot of worth in sets also comes from minifigures. So let's go through all of the ones that come in this set. First up, we have Climber Cole, which is the only figure that's exclusive to this set. And yeah, this is definitely a contender for the top 10 best minifigures of this year. The color scheme just mixes in so well with the overall design, and that armor piece is just so good. This set also comes with Aaron, which is not a bad minifigure by any means, but I literally just spoke about him, so moving on. Next up, we have Cinder, and if you've seen my EGOT review, you'll know just how much I adore this minifigure. The headpiece is incredible, and I love how LEGO are making this figure a lot more accessible to people, because yeah, it's a great figure that you all deserve to have. He also comes with this amazing sword piece. The trans red coming out of it just makes it look so mystical and cool. Another amazing piece for this wave. Next up, we have another Wolf Warrior. And I've already gone through this guy, but yeah, he's a cool figure. And now, here we have the main build of this set. And I'm sorry if I'm repeating myself, but this looks way bigger in hand. There's a big orange cockpit that you can open up, which you can fit not 1, but 2 minifigures inside. This set also has some great suspension, which is really nice to see. There's this really cute sticker of Baby Ryu on the spoiler, and this alright stud shooter. The buggy is equipped with these 2 hooks at the bottom, which can simply detach like so, and it can then hold the car up. And even when I swing this thing around, it is not falling, which is just so cool. Overall, while this set is still a bit overpriced, it's definitely not as bad as everyone's saying it is. It's got great figures, and the build is actually pretty good. But that's just my opinion on it. Now taking a look at the next set, we have Kai's Ninja Climber Mech. And in my opinion, this is either the second or third best set of the wave. Probably because I really like large scale mechs, but also because this one feels like a breath of fresh air. In terms of minifigures, it comes with Climber Kai, and just like Cole, the overall design and color scheme is incredible, and that stays pretty consistent throughout the Climber suits. Next up, we have Climber J, and this figure is pretty much the same as Kai's, but in blue. But something I would like to point out is how well the yellow highlights just stand out in this suit. It just looks absolutely insane. The set also comes with a brand new Wildfire minifigure, and I just love how this turned out. At first, I was a little skeptical about the new hairpiece, but now that I've had a chance to actually have it in hand, I can say with absolute confidence that this is great. And it's cool to see Wildfire finally get her own ninja suit. Well, sort of. So yeah, overall, this is a really neat minifigure that I'm very happy to have. And next up, this also comes with a Jordana minifigure. And while she is mostly re-released from January, she does come with this really cool glider. Anyway, taking a look at the main build of this set, I can say that this is probably my favourite Ninjago mech of all time. It's very unique, but still fits in very well with the other large-scale Ninjago mechs. Starting off at the legs, it's got some really good articulation in the feet, using these piston pieces of sorts. And there's also some good articulation in the legs. In terms of the cockpit, there's enough space for one minifigure, Kai, and it's got this really cool design protruding outwards. He's also got two massive swords that he can hold in his hands, and an extra pair of arms coming out of his back. But the best feature of this set is this hook that can detach. And much like Aaron's car, this set is designed to be able to dangle from that hook with no problems. So overall, if you can't afford any of the really big sets, but you still have a bit of money to spend, this is the one I would recommend. There's just so much value for both play and display in this set that it's just such a hard deal to pass up. So yeah, this is probably the best set for the average Ninjago collector. And now, here is the final set that I got, which is of course the Wolf Mask Shadow Dojo. It's one of the two biggest sets of this wave, but in my opinion, it's the best. Not only does it look absolutely fantastic, but it has an insane minifigure selection. So let's start off by taking a look at that, shall we? Taking a look at the first minifigure here, we have Climber Lloyd. And this might just be my favourite minifigure of this entire wave, because it carries that really detailed look from the other Climber Ninja, but then it just takes the figure to a whole other level with the really cool colour scheme and design. Next up, we have Climber Nia, and this is yet another amazing Climber suit. Her usual colour scheme of gunmetal grey and azure blue go together really well as usual, but the splash of yellow just brings the figure together so well. So yeah, incredible minifigure. Next up, we have Climber Zane, and I must say, while I do like this figure, it's definitely not as strong as the other Climber Ninja. The grey at the bottom really degrades this figure, but it's still definitely not bad by any means. Climber Kai also comes in this set, but we've already gone over him. Same goes for Jordana and Cinder, but they're still both great minifigures. Lord Ras also makes an appearance in this set, and yeah, this figure is just so cool. The purple and blue robes just look incredible. And while it would have been nice to get arm printing again, I'm not complaining because he's still great overall. Another Wolf Mask Warrior. Great figure, but we've already gone over this guy. Alright, now we can start to take a look at the main build of this set, that being the Shadow Dojo itself. First of all, we have this ring of sorts, which you can actually put minifigures onto and make them dual. And this is actually surprisingly satisfying. There's also this really cool weapons rack with these two spears and these two double-bladed weapons of sorts. There's also a chain on this tree, which you can trap a minifigure in, as you can see here with Zane. In the middle of the build, we have this brick-built Gong of Shattering, which I just adore. The main dojo is held up by two pillars, one that is stone and one that is a tree. The stone one has these steps leading up to the top, and these really cool shards sticking out of it. The tree pillar has a target on the side, and this tree that you can pull to release a trapdoor. And here's how it looks when a minifigure falls down that trapdoor. And while they never fall on them, there are some spikes for them to fall onto. At the top of the dojo, there are some really mysterious posters of some sort of ritual. There are also some teapots, and whilst I never took Lord Wrath for a tea person, I guess people are full of surprises. The tiling on the roof of the dojo is absolutely fantastic, and the Blood Moon does a great job at topping off the whole build. There's a lot of space to pose minifigures in the balcony of the dojo, which is incredible for display. On the topic of posing minifigures, there's a spot on the wolf's head to put Lord Wrath, which is a nice touch. Another nice touch is this secret compartment to hide the bloodsword inside the stone pillar. Overall, you can probably see why I consider this to be the best set of the wave. The designers just put so much thought and care into this set that it's hard not to adore, and while it may be out of a lot of people's budgets, it's definitely one I'd recommend saving up for. Cause yeah, this set is just incredible. So yeah, whilst I didn't get every single set in this wave, you can definitely tell from the ones I did get that this is one of LEGO's best Ninjago waves in a while. With so much variety, there's bound to be something for everyone, and it's definitely a step up from the January wave. So if you should spend money on either of them, this is where it should go. Anyway, that's gonna be it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.